You're watching the Isaiah Factor, Uncensored.
Welcome and thank you for joining us for the second half of The Factor Uncensored. It's Social Media Monday, and a viral video shows kids throwing a disturbing tantrum inside of a store. It isn't confirmed, but it's speculated they were shoplifting. Here's a moment they were detained in the store, and we have chosen to cover their faces because they are underage, even though faces are shown on social media.
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this up. I'm cold. 10. Open it. I'll call my mama. Call my mama. I've been knew how to count. Choke 4 out of
open it. Count. You can open the door. Open the door.
I'm gonna open up this door because I'm not playing. Y'all gotta open it. I'm not playing.
You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door.
I open up this door before we break this.
Break it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna break some up in it. I'm gonna. You must be dumb.
Wow, where do we begin with this? Let's get to our guest, Harris County Precinct 7 Constable Smokey Phillips, activist Reginald OG1 Gordon, and therapist Dr. Nick Hardy. So, Smokey, your thoughts about this?
Well, I think the environment plays a part. They're growing up, they're parenting, it plays a part. Just emulating what they see in their community. When I was growing up, I wanted to emulate leaders such as Dr. King, great orators in my life. I think that being in the disadvantaged or underserved communities is a cause of it. And just what I'm saying, I'm going to call my mother. I'm going to call my mother. So if I call my mother, I'll be on the milk carton box because I've been probably to run away somewhere because my mother would probably beat the hell out of me. But I think culture, parenting plays a lot. Internet, violent games on the games they play. Just a whole lot of things that go into this behavior.
All right. Reginald, your thoughts about this? You deal with kids, you try to get them on the right path, and when you see something like this, is there a lot of work to be done?
You know, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I'm looking, and I'm angry. I stay angry when I see our children are being put in situations where they don't understand the old African proverb to say, when a child is neglected by the village, he will burn it down to feel the warmth. And I keep seeing this kind of behavior from our children over it for years after years after years because we have forgot how to reestablish and rebuild a village around our children to save us from this kind of embarrassment. Because if you're not embarrassed by this as a black person, something is actually wrong with you. And we have lost, just like we just did in another series, on how black boys are being murdered in the street, and we have become norm as a black community. This is not normal, and we see it over and over again. I'm at a school where most of your kids in the middle school, I deal with that population. At the Alfonso Crutch, I deal with thousands of them with that same attitude. I don't give a damn attitude from our children, 10 to 12 years old. If we as a grown folks don't get back in our position as leaders of our community, this stuff is gonna get worse. It's not gonna get no better because, like I said, they just boldly went in that store and boldly was ready to do something to anybody that approached them. So we as grown folks got to get back, create this village mentality around our children, train them to be the people that we want them to be. Other than that, this kind of stuff gonna continuously go on, and it's gonna get worse.
All right, Dr. Nick Hardy, your assessment of that, like he said, it's heartbreaking to see, embarrassing to see for all of us.
It is, and he said it right. I mean, you can't look at those kids and not think about the parents and the environment that they're in, because somebody's signing off on this behavior. Kids mirror and mimic what they see in the home. And so when you see that, they had to learn that from somewhere. And as crazy as it is to watch, they still kids. So there's a certain level of compassion that you have knowing that they had to pick up that behavior somewhere. Somebody said this is okay, this is normal, this is what you do, and when you do it, this is how you respond.
So how do you begin to address this, Constable Phillips?
Well, what I'm choosing to do is pick these kids up and take them to different places in the city. You'd be surprised at how many kids that's in the project in my precinct that haven't been to the Galleria, that hadn't been to the zoo, that hadn't been to Galveston. Something that we take for granted. These kids don't go anywhere. They wake up every morning, they see violence or arguments or whatever happens in that day, they go to sleep, it's in the same thing. So I think if we invest more in law enforcement, because we can't do nothing with it, but we have to do it. If they were arrested, we would have to call their parents to come pick them up from the store, do a report, refer it to CPS or either juvenile probation, and that's the end of it, as far as our side. And if they don't come get them, then we'll take them to juvenile probation or take them to CPS, and they'll just call them, tell the parent to come pick them up. So as far as law enforcement, we're doing the best we can do as far as the law is concerned, but it's just a tough situation, man. Every day I see these kids in the community.
Any outreach programs you think could help these kids in some form or fashion?
I think when we started the PAL program, Houston Police had what they call the PAL program, to go talk to the kids and get them out, get them involved in sports, get them involved in something besides violence. Get them involved in something like being on a game all night, a violent game all night. So get them something to do throughout the day. In the summertime, they have nothing to do but stay at home in the apartment complex and listen to Joe fight, listen to Marie fight, listen to arguments, violence, gunshots. So,
and that mimics what we have seen on social media,
yes.
You know, mainly with individuals, many times females, walking out the door, daring anyone to touch them with stuff they may or may not have stolen. That's exactly, I mean, it looks just like that, what we have seen over and over on social media. And Reggie, I'm coming back to you after the break.
Okay.
We'll be back with this conversation in just a moment.
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this up.
I'm cold. I'm not
10. Open your mouth. I'll call my mama. Call my mama. I've been knew how to count. Choke 4 out of
count. You can open the door. Open the door.
I'm gonna open up this door because I'm not playing. Oh, y'all better open it. I'm not playing.
You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door.
Open up this door before we break this.
All right, there you go. Those kids, once again, viral on social media. Reginald, G1 Gordon, your thoughts about this?
You know, I'm sitting here again, like I said, looking at our children. They're ours because we can't deny another generation. We don't have room to give up another generation of our children. We have to say to ourselves as elders, how is this keep repeatedly happen? That's a viral video that's gonna go viral. Well, I'm telling you, they probably gonna glorify it because right now in our community, look like negative attention is getting all the attention. And we gonna have to flip that around on how do we get our young people to start glorifying people that's doing the things that's right. A lot of times, other young children, they see that and they feel that that's the road that they should go because, again, we don't have enough boots on the ground in our community to relate with our children and stop the behavior where it's at in the community. If we meet them where they're at, it's been proven when men stand up, our children will sit back down. But we have to have men with backbones to go out there and relate with them because too many of them I met have become afraid of our children. So when our children see that our elderly are scared of them, they're going to do what they want to do. So until we get back in the community, get back in the schools, get back in the apartment complexes, and build safety nets around our children to where they can think better, they can feel better, and they can feel safe to do things. And when they need something, they can come to one of us and ask us, this is what I'm going on in my house, and I need this kind of help.
Dr. Hardy, what do you think it will take? Boots on the ground, like he's saying? More involvement from those who may not even be related to the children to say, look, this is not the way?
Yeah, I think it's a village. I mean, but first it starts with the family unit. I think having this community support is great, is much needed, and can help fill in the gap.
But at that nucleus.
But at the core, it has to be there, you know. It has to be mom, dad, uncle, aunt, whoever is there to be able to hold each other accountable, lift each other up, support one another. Because without the family unit, I mean, we're going to continue to see this.
Many people will look at that and say that's hopelessness. Would you agree, disagree?
Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. I don't think there is no hopeless situation when it comes to children.
All right.
I'd like to just thank Reggie. He does a good job in my precinct, whether it's the South Lawn Apartments, Crystal Spring Apartments, Western Square, Jailhouse Apartments. He's out there on boots on the ground. He does a hell of a job out there trying to reach these kids. But he needs help like everybody else. Law enforcement needs help. We don't have enough manpower in some cases. He needs help because he don't have enough funding. So I think if we start trying to better fund these programs to help people like Reggie Gordon, to help people like Robert Muhammad, who've established programs that can reach out to these kids and bring them full circle to some kind of agreement at best, to get away from this type of behavior.
And what about what Dr. Hardy says? If you don't reach those parents, though, they're going to continue to, and we don't know that this is the case in this situation, but they'll continue to condone and or allow this type of behavior if you don't reach the parents, too.
Well, again, Isaiah, you heard him say, I'm going to call my mother.
Yeah.
Chances are if the mother would have came up there, she would probably had a problem with the storekeeper locking them inside the store. Mm-hmm. So we have to get parents involved as well, dads involved, grandmothers involved, community leaders involved in order to solve these type of problems.
And of course, what Reginald said, Dr. Hardy, was that other young kids will see this video and want to do the same. Mm-hmm. They want that social media fame for a moment.
Yeah, attention is a new drug. And so whether it's good attention, bad attention, sometimes people see this, you go viral, and it just spurs the same type of behavior.
Yeah. All right, Reginald, you have a program coming up, and I think it's what, tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 6:30, we'll be at the Cashman Garden Multi-Service Center. We'll be at Cashman Garden Multi-Service Center. We'll be doing a town hall meeting with young people that's been going to be doing it. We have a place called The Empty Chair, where one of our young people was killed 2 weeks ago. A group of young people from the Harris County Youth Center will be putting on a play dealing with violence in our community, Dying for Attention. This is the fourth session that we are dealing with our community, teaching our children. If we don't get our kids' attention in the right kind of way, they will find it in the wrong kind of way. Attention is better than no attention. Bad attention is better than no attention at all. So be there tomorrow and support the young people as they put this thing out. How do we stop this violence in our community?
And give us the details, location and time again.
It will be at the Multi-Service Center at 6:30 tomorrow night at Cashman Garden.
All right, and there's the information on the screen if you want to attend that. Free, that's always good. Take that information down and you can participate as well. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on The Factor tonight.